I'm Robin Horsley, and I'm running as an independent candidate for Mole Valley for the general election on Thursday, December the 12th. Why am I standing? Well, when the Brexit Party decided to stand down their candidates, I realised that all three candidates from the major parties in Mole Valley had campaigned to remain in the EU. The Conservative MP for Mole Valley since 1997, Sir Paul Beresford, quite legitimately campaigned to remain in the EU before the referendum. But since then, he's voted to remain. He voted on all three occasions for Theresa May's deal, which was described as the sort of agreement that should only be signed by a nation that had been defeated in war. And of course, the Lib Dem and Labour candidates are campaigning one way or another to overturn the result of the referendum. Regardless of whether you voted to leave or to remain, I think most people accept the results of democratic votes must be implemented, or the whole basis of governance by consent collapses. So I decided to stand because I wanted to provide voters with the option of voting for, I hope, a credible candidate to become their Member of Parliament, a Leave voter who's really committed to the decision we made as a country back in 2016, and to seeing it through in a way that enables us to build a prosperous future for our country. The Conservatives deal with the EU, their new EU treaty, as people are increasingly realising, would be a very bad deal for us. I've produced a video which explains why in detail. If you're watching this video on my website, you should see it below this one. I've lived in Surrey since I was a child. I live just down the road from Newlands Corner, which is in the west of the constituency. I grew up here and went to school just outside Guildford, at a school with a catchment area that covers much of the constituency. So if elected, many of my constituents will be old friends, and there'll be many new ones too, I hope. I live with my wife and my two grown-up daughters, who are all hugely supportive. I first got involved in politics 15 years ago, and since then I've worked with campaign groups such as the Bruges Group, Veterans for Britain, Fishing for Leave, and others on a self-funded basis. I worked on issues such as equipping our armed forces with the basic, essential equipment that they need to minimise the risk to their lives in conflict situations. I worked on prison reform to help long-term prisoners from difficult backgrounds find a way out, and many other issues. And I worked to help political candidates standing in local and national government elections who I knew and trusted, people who had a genuine desire to improve the lives of others. But despite numerous opportunities to do so, I never stood for election for a political party for one simple reason. The theory is that we elect party politicians to act in our interests, but the reality is they don't. Instead they vote in Parliament in the main, as their political party tells them to. But if elected as an independent MP by you, I'll be free to vote in your interests. And in order to understand your needs, ideas, experience and perspectives, I have a plan designed to gather your opinions, which will make me truly accountable to you. There's another video about that also on my website. I need as many people as possible to know that they have someone to vote for, who's committed to delivering a positive, prosperous, independent future for our nation, and who will work in Parliament with other independent and pro-democracy MPs to make that happen. So please do share this video on your social media and ask your family and friends to visit my website so they can decide if they'd like to vote for me also. So until next time, thank you for watching. To follow my campaign, please follow my Facebook page or Twitter feed. You'll find links in the video description or on my website. I'm standing against the three Conservative, Labour and Liberal Democrat candidates to deliver a proper Brexit and fulfil our democratic vote. If you visit my website, you can subscribe by email to receive updates throughout my campaign. Please help spread the word by sharing or retweeting this video clip. Thank you.